like Frank's like mentioned before, it feels like it's very like, oh, we need some kind of gimmick here to sell the amiibo. It unlocks music for the bike.
Samus got an iPod?
Yeah, you could just say, you could do the same thing.
What's Samus's Spotify playlist?
Yeah.
This is Metroid? This is Adam?
Adam song?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. My favorite.
Yeah.
Nice one, Miles. Once in a while, Miles surprises me. Like, oh, you are. What's up, people? Welcome to Otaku, SoCal's bi-weekly anime and pop culture podcast. I'm your host, Ray, aka Sourdough Shonen. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Metroid Prime 4... Beyond. I can't remember because it's been so long since I pre-ordered my Metroid Prime 4 when it had no extra bonus surname under it. It was called Metroid Prime 4 when I ordered back in 2019, by the way. I locked in that pre-order. Still saved the 20% off of Best Buy. Gamers Plus unlocked. Pour one out for him.
I'm pouring one out right now.
But yes, we're going to be talking about all Metroid goodness later on in our main topic of the episode, getting to our early impressions and a little bit of, maybe mid-tier spoiler talk since none of us have finished it just yet. But if you're on the fence, thinking about to pick it up as a Christmas gift or a 2026 new release title, you come to the right episode of the podcast. But of course, it's not just the Me podcast. It's also the Miles podcast. Hello, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm like 95% there, finishing the game
already.
Now. But I know I'm weird for these games because usually I scan everything to get the special ending, and so you go back and you had to clean it all, and then it's
how hot is Samus? Ponytail or no ponytail? I gotta know.
I mean, yeah, though that's always actually hurt your design to change every time more I think about it. Like it wasn't until like Zero Suit or the Metroid Zero mission. I think that's like they finalized design for her.
Yes and no, depending on Smash Brothers game.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Those proportions changed in versions.
Did that come out before Other M?
Yeah, depending on which one.
Pretty sure
I like that look better.
The Team Ninja version?
Yes.
There's a lot to see there.
Oh,
I never played Other M. One day when I have like some,
I liked it.
When I have stomach medicine, I'll go through it.
When you're playing the game, it's good. When you're watching the cutscenes, you want to throw yourself into outer space.
Yes, Adam. All right, Adam. Okay, Adam.
That's a thing.
I cannot use this because he said so.
I mean, there's a little bit of that Metroid fusion too. To be fair,
but it's okay. That one because I was not a physical person until like literally she tells herself literally.
Yes. We're not talking about Other M. Nice try, Miles. Nice try. Because we're gonna move on and introduce officially Frank. Hello, Frank. How are you doing, sir?
When you're fair, you care.
And I do care, Frank. I do care. I am the host, and I'm here to care and give everyone a fair shake. Until Miles fucks up, then I'll call him out and tell him he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Because that's what brothers do.
In 5 minutes, everyone.
I give it like 1. As soon as he says Uma, that's where I draw the line right there.
Usa.
Nope, he doesn't even get that far. You'll never know what the other part is.
Super. Sorry.
But yeah, I'm good.
Well, that's good, friend. That's very good. We're here in the holiday time season, so this is our pre-Christmas episode, if I'm thinking correctly on the schedule. Yes, it will be. So hopefully everyone else is having a good time out there doing your shopping, your gift wrapping, and everything in between. Hopefully you don't miss that. Christmas is on Thursday this year, I think.
Yes, it is.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not the best day, honestly. It's like that. If it was like midweek on Wednesday, it's like, okay, it's right in the middle of the week. You get a little bit before and a little bit after work. If it's on a Friday or a Monday or a Tuesday even, like, okay, I could, stack it up as part of like a 4-day weekend. But on a Thursday, it's like, oh, am I going to really? It's like the opposite way, and you don't want that.
And then you wake up the next morning, I got to go to work still.
Yeah, it's the awkward thing for some people out there. The worst part is doing retail, and everyone shows up with their Christmas return gifts. Not fun. I've been there. Not fun.
Just give them a look like, you're returning this?
Yeah.
After someone...
Didn't your mother buy you this? You know how hard she worked to get you this? Wow. You're a great son. Just guilt trip them.
Yeah.
That's works every time. I think I'm going to keep it. Yeah, that's right. Like, get the fuck out of here. Next.
Whoa.
It's kicking in. I'm remembering.
How are you?
I've been...
A lot of anger in here, apparently.
All right, but let's get past my Vietnam flashbacks and let's talk about what we've been up to, gentlemen. What have we been recently been watching and playing? Frank, let's start with you. Surprise! Ha ha! Just when you thought you were safe, Frank.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for, Frank. What have you been up to, Frank?
A lot of working. I kind of got sick, so I stopped playing and watching a lot of stuff.
Oh no.
No.
But when I got back into it, even though I missed the episode, I watched the city or most of it. Try to watch it. It's good. I liked it.
Oh.
I thought it was cute. The opening was catchy for me.
Mm-hmm.
The ending, not so much.
Yeah, I can agree.
It was like some moments were like and some of them just had me like cracking up. So don't want to give it like super high rating, but it definitely like something I enjoy watching.
Okay, that's good. Maybe top 2025 material.
So
Contender, maybe at least.
I have bad memory, so I don't know. Oh wait, top 25?
Top 2025.
How many slots do we get?
Potentially guaranteed 5, maybe more up to the user, depending as we do our award show at the end of the
I
year.
have terrible memory. I don't even like remember what I watched last season right now.
Well, thankfully, Frank, there's a place you can tune in. It's called www.takuotaku.com. There you can find everything we've been talking about for the last year.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been playing. Oh,
Sounds like a lot of work though.
Nah, it's one click away down this podcast description, Frank. And I know you're a good listener.
We don't have an Excel
host,
sheet, something.
And you subscribed already, so it's already in your feed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
as he starts doing live on camera, it's not here.
Wait till the video podcast comes out, Frank. We can
I
all
can
watch this.
Right now. Anyways, still watching Seinfeld.
Ooh. How far are we now?
Season 5.
Ooh, good stuff.
Yeah, so that one's good. I played. I don't know how much I've mentioned of Silk Song before,
Decent amount.
but I think I'm very close to the end.
You could see it.
It's so hard. Hades 2, I took a pause because I was trying to finish Silk Song,
I was gonna
which I
say-
took a pause to try to finish.
And I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's how I remember the story.
And then Tactics is in the background giving me a look like you haven't even opened me.
You bastard.
I did enjoy the video game awards.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
I didn't watch it, but I just saw like.
I have
certain
no
things.
idea.
You don't know?
Didn't see it. I was busy working.
Do you know?
I know.
Sounds like Miles watched
I know
it.
some of the highlights because that's all I can do with that show now these days.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it. I was just
You saw the news
the
headlines.
trailers. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like the Resident Evil 9.
Right.
Was not excited about it.
Are you now?
Yeah, I am because I don't like scary games.
Who are you? Who do you want? My friend Frank.
Well, it's because you heard about it, right?
Yeah.
Because they announced Leon, which I didn't really care. But then they said,
Okay. All right. Go on.
So we're-
Go
What
on.
are you excited about?
Let's all wait.
the part that got me excited was that they mentioned that Leon's part is going to be action based, and then the girl's part is going to be scary. Which I don't think I want to play the girl's part.
Okay.
But you want some?
'Cause my favorite one's-
RE4.
I want RE5 and
Oh,
6.
even more action.
Yes.
The views of Frank does not refute the views of all of Taco Taku.
RE5 top one.
At least he didn't say 6.
For Ray.
6 is right under.
For Ray's cause like how struggling.
If you just subscribe to this podcast, I'm very sorry. I swear we're better than this.
We'd be like Witch Watch have to come out with suits to go like apologize the video.
Dude, I'm going to do the Japanese bow and everything.
Yeah. We're sorry. We're good.
The suit and everything.
And after that, they don't matter.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Excuse me, I sip my alcoholic beverage.
So that's pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, something for me finally.
It's Mondo cool even.
Yeah, there you
I did see the Mega Man announcement.
Mega Man.
go. Yeah, like dual power, dual something, because like it
Dual
shows.
override.
I hope it's better than the last one.
It's
Or
cel shaded.
Mega, because it's Mega Man, Mega Man.
Yeah,
I
it's Mega
imagine.
Man. Yeah, old school Mega Man.
That's the part. I wish
what
it
was
was
the last
X.
one?
I wish it was
13.
X.
Well, I mean, that's where.
11.
Was it 11? I guess it's. Yeah, I guess it'd be
Yeah.
11.
It's at 20 like
'Cause
19.
9 and 10 were the NES ones, or looked like the NES
Yeah.
ones.
Because 11 was more shell shaded. Like this one's more shell
I
shaded.
never did play 11. I bought it too.
I think it's funny though they don't call it 12, but I guess because 12 is like a weird number to say out loud, or they don't care anymore.
I don't know.
I think I don't know.
But it's weird because it won't come out to 2027. So it's like, well, that's a good order to do that now.
I heard someone say because it has to do with Proto Man, but I don't know what does that mean. Anyways, the other thing that they announced the Tomb Raider game.
Oh, another one.
Well, two of them.
I'm
Oh.
two. I don't remember.
Yeah, because there's one that's a remake of the first game.
Again?
Yeah, but
What time's they gonna remake that first game?
Was that no? Because Amazon's the rights to it.
Oh, right. I forgot that happened.
And so they're remaking that sorry, I would say the Unreal Engine 5, but it's like a reimagining of the first game and an actual sequel game afterwards.
Oh, so they're not gonna be like the.
But it's based on the original or the new Tomb Raider version.
I think it's the new Tomb Raider one, but I'm not 100% sure because they're more focused on the remake of the first one or the reimagining or whatever. That's one has more pretty sure, but they did announce another game afterward that's gonna come all the same time. But that was actually sequel to all the Tomb Raider before. It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the action RPG one.
Is that the one on the phone?
No, that's the one that came out on the PS3, I think.
I guess there's
It was like a
RPG elements into it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Horizon.
I never did play Horizons, or not much of it.
I need to see what kind of gameplay it is, but it seems interesting. And the other one that I liked was Star Wars.
Another Star Wars?
Well, still need more information, but based on the title, I think it might be Knights of the Old Republic Part 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, someone's making about that. It's like,
When are they supposed to remaster the first game?
yeah, well, yeah, there's
I
that.
guess that's not happening.
And then there was another one. I forget the name, but it looks like I think it's Orbitals. That one seems pretty cool too. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a space shooting game, but it looks like anime. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't remember. I did watch a couple episodes of One Piece.
Still need to finish. I still haven't finished Egghead. I'm a coward, Frank. I need to do it.
Well, you mean on manga?
Both.
Oh,
Anime and
because
manga.
it's not done in the anime yet.
I thought they moved on to. No, they haven't done it. Okay.
No.
On the manga, they have.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm behind. I stopped in the manga. I read like the first few chapters, and then I switched over to the anime, and then I haven't watched or read either since then. I need to finish.
I think Egghead will finish in the anime in December 28th.
Okay. Is it like going to be a movie or something? Or like one big episode? Is it going to be like a
I don't know. I
Dan
don't
to
think
Dan
so.
and Oshi no Koden? They have those big episodes.
I don't think so. Not that I pay attention, but
You're a One Piece correspondent. You're supposed to know these things.
I did know they said that they're going to show like the last episode of My Hero in theaters in Japan.
Oh yeah, I think that's wrapping up too, right?
Yeah, because I think it ends like a episode earlier for it's not there's not really much left.
Yeah, eventually I'll get there. Early 2026. I just know the ending's gonna be dumb because the main guy's dumb.
Calm down, Ivan.
Wait, the Ghost Ivan's
The ghost of Ivan. You can still hear him in these hollow walls. It's dumb.
Never fails to bring it up.
He doesn't like that series.
So I think I'm done with
All right.
my week.
So we'll pass the baton over.
I'm done with
That's it. He's calling it. I'm calling it here.
Yeah,
It's over. Miles, brother, what have you been up to?
So I'll pay a little bit for Frank. We'll talk a little more about the Game Awards, the announcements parts, whoever the announcements going on. Because the important thing here is there's the
Kirby.
No, there's no Kirby.
Anime girl game.
No, there's no anime. Okay, they actually teased a little bit about Zenless Zero for a hot second. Moving on. They did show, I guess, the next Control game, Control Resonant, which is supposed to be about, like, I guess, the first protagonist's brother, and I guess it's kind of a strip. I had no idea what's going on, because I feel like if you see the trailer, like, you probably know, because you probably play Control, right? But
why are you interested? Is my first question.
Well, I always want to play Control, but
have you? I've never heard you say it before.
But I told you before. And I asked you, said, but I need to play Alan Wake first, because that way to understand the whole thing about.
No, not necessarily.
But it's like
if you want to get the inside, like there's a.
I guess
Alan
Max
Wake.
Payne 2 while we're at it, huh? There's also
that's a real stretch.
Yeah. Was that a remake? Or am I high?
No. but maybe.
Or maybe it's in the works. Someone's making Max Payne again.
Oh no, they are. Remedy is making
Max
a
Payne
remake of 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah, that's how that worked. I never.
Yes.
Someone said that.
That's it was one of those I want to say no, but also yes.
Yeah, I was watching that. I had no idea what's going on, and I had it's a lot like Resident Evil. Like, if you're cool. If not, good luck understanding this.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's how I took it. Then it showed the Nagoshi-san's new game from NetEase, because he has his own studio.
The Yakuza, former Yakuza director.
He's making a Yakuza game.
I was hoping for a Monkey Ball too.
You know, I was hoping for like it's something, but it's kind of. It is funny that this game pretty much like, but it's not cute because Kiro's like, no, strong guy. This guy's more like heavy, like a heavy set guy per se. Like, but it's like this. You're doing games,
going around exploring and just doing Shenmue shit.
Yeah, and then like this was Camarocho, the archer Camarocho once again. Like, oh, we're back here. Like this, can't get away, huh?
Apparently.
And Umamusume won Mobile Game of the Year.
And we're done.
Yep. All right, and that was it for this episode of the podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, what? I'm sorry, what? I just zoned out there.
Mobile game.
Biggest pitfall.
Mobile game. If you had been all the other ones, which because apparently they were showing
I don't even know what other mobile games.
I guess Wuthering Waves was the one that everyone wanted to win, but
that was this year.
That was this year. But Umamusume came from behind and won it all. What an end closer!
I knew you were gonna fucking do that as soon as you said that. Like this motherfucker.
What an end closer! The way they
just like my gold chip.
Actually, I recently got Hishi Amazon.
You whore.
No,
that's my Umamusume. How dare you?
Oh no, what? How does vodka feel about that one? Anyway,
there's room for more.
There's room for more.
You've seen a harem anime, haven't you?
Man, I kind of want to get back into Wuthering
Waves
now.
Too much gotcha on this podcast, I'll tell you that.
But that's your less gotcha. That is just playing a bunch of Metroid. As you know, problem with Metroid gets in the way. Guess what we're doing?
You're doing Metroid.
So
and all Metroid.
No, you don't understand. All in.
Super who? Super Metroid?
Super Metroid. Super Metroid. I could do that in my sleep. I could clear that game 100%.
I know you can. You sad man.
But other than that, yeah. So that's pretty much my week.
Exciting weeks you guys are having out here.
You almost had a good week.
Almost. Don't worry, I'm just as sad as you gentlemen apparently, because I'm struggling to think of anything of note worth discussing since our last podcast recording. Very small update on Apothecary Diaries Season 2.
That's your boogaloo.
The whole formula is starting to weigh on me a little bit. Just the whole. So here's the thing: as early on, I kind of preferred it more when it was more of a mystery of the week kind of situation. But now in Season 2, it's the big focus mystery, which is not a mystery at all.
According to Mamo.
I was thinking the same thing. I was even talking to Ivan about it. Like, am I crazy? Do we know what's going on and you're pretending like we don't know?
Yes, which is without getting into spoilers, that's the biggest problem is in Season 2, it focuses on the big issue, which I knew at some point was going to be a thing, but I was surprised in Season 2. And 2, the weird thing is all us, the viewers, know the secret, but apparently the greatest detective that ever was in China can't read in between the lines, which is very jarring considering all the cases she just busted and solved herself. And it's like so obvious too. It's not even like I said, the show just flat out tells you. But even if you walked to the bathroom, got a bucket of popcorn, and missed out a couple scenes, even you kind of figured out yourself. Oh, I think this is what's happening here. So it's like I said, it's off-putting, I guess. But we'll see. And because as soon as they figure out that big mystery, let's call it, the love interest potentially is going to follow right behind it, which. I guess, but animes when it comes to obvious romantic relationships finally happening, it's like, yay, they're bare minimum, get excited. It took how long to get here? Ooh, too many episodes.
Only 555 chapters, it might hold hands.
Yeah, and then just the other thing is, the more as that show progresses and the world and the events of the story and plot has occurred, a lot of things kind of get thrown out the window or get forgotten for the sake of convenience and to move on to the next story beat or mystery to solve.
She's pretty high up there in the rankings.
And it gets kind of, like I said, it just gets kind of lazy and convenient for the writing to be like, oh, Mao no longer has to deal with living over here or have a secret disguise or a secret alias. Or,
She can walk
she's
wherever she
just
wants.
chummy with the Emperor now.
She is
and-
the emperor.
Yeah, it's just a little too fast that the fact that she nuzzled her way to have the, oh, yes, bring me the apothecary. Yes, I have a mystery for her to solve. I'm the emperor, the most powerful man in the nation. And I don't know who this random kid is, but come here, kid. He's very not interesting as a character, which is weird considering he's the most powerful man in the country, if not that side of the world. So yeah, little things like that. The more it lingers on, it makes me go, does this really make sense? Makes me think too much. But it's fine. I'm enjoying the show enough to keep going, so stay tuned to update on that, I suppose. 2 seconds. Yes, technically I played some more Umamusume.
Yeah, you did.
Apparently it's the best game of the year. Yeah, I'm going to cut myself off. But honestly, to me, it's just more of a habit than like, ooh, I really want to play it. It's just more like, I got to wake up in the morning. Yeah, for now. But it's definitely one of those, like, yeah, I could feel like I'm losing interest as each day, or not even, like, it's very minimum effort to get it done. And the only reason I still kind of play it is because I still have credit for the game. Just kind of like I was talking about last episode, like, well, I bought the Xbox Game Pass. I guess I should check out this game.
Well, you got to wait 2 weeks. The Kisune Black reruns in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I guess, which apparently I already have 2 cards of that. So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm barely playing it. I guess, like I said, it's best game with the mobile device, so I made the right choice. I did not. And the big thing, I guess I mentioned probably of this week that I have played and no one else has played, I'm pretty sure, is another, I guess, potential nominee of 2025 Best of the Year. I don't know, I think it was nominated for the Game Awards, hopefully. Was a little game called Dispatch.
Oh, yeah. You told me about Dispatch.
This is, I think it's only PC only, I think.
For now.
No, it's also on consoles. But you should play it on PC would be my recommendation.
Wow, it's a Telltale, the semi-Telltale game has to be on PC.
Yeah, and I guess that was my thought for it. And yes, it is developed by a new studio called Ad Hoc, I think is what it's called. But they're basically a lot of former Telltale people. And if you're familiar with Telltale, they worked on like The Walking Dead, season 1, 2, 3, 5, Too Many.
Sam and Max.
The Sam and Max. They did the Back to the Future. They did, more notably, because I'm mentioning all the bad ones, The Wolf Among Us, which is also probably between Walking Dead season 1 and The Wolf Among Us, are my favorite 2 games that they produced during that run for that decade-ish until they ran out of licensings and
I'll raise a
deals.
glass to that.
Yes. But they had a lot of good games on the catalog. And I liked them. And so I was curious, what would people from that old studio would do? And we got Dispatch. And this game is unique because it does play a lot about those Telltale games where it's, your choose your own adventure style situation where you got the prompt, this is the quote, and you can pick your response and, kind of change the events of the story. And in this game, we're not in zombies or fairy tale world, but something maybe parallel to the fairy tales because we're doing it superheroes, and in particular, your focus on the main protagonist here is
Midoriya.
No, not Midoriya.
Yeah.
Close with an M though. He's basically Iron Man. He's called Mecha Man. And
really recommend that.
He is called Mecha Man, and just like Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne, he has no powers of his own, but he does have a powerful mech and fights for justice. But spoiler alert, in the first opening 10 minutes of the game, you lose the power suit, and so it becomes an ordinary Joe once again. Until a twist of fate, perhaps, because the equivalent of, this world's Wonder Woman, perhaps, shows up and offers him an opportunity to work for her company and help dispatching, and in time, eventually the company will also repair his suit, and he could go back on the field once again. The other half of the gameplay in this game involves you dispatching, which you're on a headset, and you can see the overlay of the city in this. It's in our own backyards because it actually takes place in L.A. and in particular, you overwatch Torrance, California.
Ah, yes, Torrance. Known thievery and everything else is that.
And so there's a couple Torrance jokes if you are familiar with the Southern California area. When you're dispatching, basically, imagine the quick way to sell this thing is imagine if Ring was more than cameras, but also superheroes.
Okay.
So if people had an issue of, oh no, my house is on fire, please send help. Or, hey, I need groceries to pick up, and I'm too lazy. Come send someone to go pick up my groceries. So you have very different scales of emergency situations happening, right? And you send certain heroes to deal with certain situations. And each hero has different skills and abilities, speed, strength, defense, this typical stuff you see in an RPG. And in the situation, it gives you kind of hints and clues of like, you probably want someone with good defense or someone with good, attack abilities or who's quiet or smart, this and that. And you send them on to different calls. But of course, just like a regular dispatcher, this event's happening. Here comes another one. Oh no, they haven't recovered. The other team who's really good is over there. So you got to like balance it out. You level up. And you increase stats of different characters. And of course, throughout the time, you get relationship with all these characters.
Yeah.
The extra twist there is all these heroes are ex-villains. And so you get to kind of play the Mass Effect a little bit of Paragon or Renegade of, am I going to help them reform in their new ways and become a true hero? Or am I going to resort them go back to their villainous ways? And it does a really good job. There are 8 episodes altogether. Now it is all out and available. When it first came out, they kind of showed them out every week until episode 8 comes out in by 2. So I guess it was like a 1-month event, I guess, if you want to think about it like that, which is way better than the old Telltale days,
yes.
where you get one episode
every
here,
3 or 6 months.
and you'll get one maybe the next month or 3 to 6 months later. It's just whatever how that worked out because, of course, they had too many deals going on at the same time. So yeah, it was nice to have consistent, but I waited till it was all done and I just pretty much marathoned it after a good week of continuous play. Yeah, really, really good game. I enjoyed the writing. The writing spectacular. A lot of tongue-in-cheek, a lot of self-aware superhero jokes and references, pop culture references, of course, as well. So if you like, what's it? Kind of like The Boys, but not as dark or bleak or violent, but it does have a little bit more like what's the other one? Invincible?
Okay.
For people like that. So it's a little bit more heavier than DC Marvel, but it's also not grotesque and crazy like The Boys also. So it's somewhere in the middle. And I think it finds a good balance of good writing, a little bit more extra violence or details that you wouldn't get in the traditional comic books. And I feel like it does a very good job of making you feel like your choices do matter at the end of the day. Though I haven't got a chance to replay it, and to me, to really find out if those choices do matter is to sit down and see that flow chart, if you will, and see how much it really does matter. And there is just like a true Japanese visual novel game, there are 2 choices when it comes to romance options, and you have to pick one. And let me tell you, if you're not on Team Invisigal, I don't think we can be friends.
Okay. I like how the site is.
Just saying, for those who've played the game, that's the team I picked, and I was happy with my choice. Did not choose poorly. I chose wisely.
What's the other choice?
Yeah,
the Wonder Woman. What is her name? Oh,
I can't remember. Races, I can't remember her name right now.
Loser. That's what I remembered. Blonde Blazer. That's her name.
Oh.
I'm kind of curious. I do want to see what that other path looks like, though, out of curiosity. So I'll stay tuned. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be happy with my Invisigal first choice.
At least now you get the Barrett option.
But also I'm a little biased. Oh, the other last thing to note is if you are familiar with video games or anime in general, which you probably are if you're tuning in this podcast, a lot of famous voice actors are working on this thing. I guess they're part of the Critical Role people.
Oh, okay.
Which I know is a lot of the LA voice actors who do Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I don't really know I know it's a big scene. I can't say I follow that or this, that. But I am definitely familiar with all the voice actors who are in this game. And a little biased because Invisigal is just Laura Bailey, who is like every good female character that's ever been in anime or video games.
So slight bias.
Lucina.
Oh, wow. Look at that, Frank. Look.
Wow.
Race preference goes back to Lucina once again.
Well,
wow.
I'm just saying, if you're a Fire Emblem fan, you might have a preference.
Wow. I am solely not shocked at all, everybody.
So I'm just saying.
What's this game called again?
Dispatch. Just for you, Frank.
Yeah.
Lucina, Invisigal, that's what you want on, Frank.
Now you have my attention.
There you go.
Okay, all right. But everyone's fine. Fire Emblem? Everyone starts getting up.
We also got Roy Mustang for Full Metal Alchemist fans.
Like you're just
no. How about Knuckles? Knuckles?
You said play it on the computer?
Yes, and I also recommend playing on the computer because A lot of the UI designs of the controls of the game is pretty much as the character, you are sitting on a computer and you're answering calls using a he's using a mouse, and so it only makes sense to me to also use a mouse, because if not, then you got to use your PS5 controller or Xbox controller, then you got to like tap to get to the right call.
Yeah,
right?
It depends. Like some games were better with some controls than others.
Yeah, I think you want to go, if you can go pick this up on Steam. This is the way to go, and it's only $30 too, so which is already a pretty heavy discount
for
a brand new game.
8 episodes, you say?
8 episodes. Each episode's like an hour, 2 hours maybe.
The good old days when I think I bought the Sam & Max season pass. It cost me $50, and I got like 6 episodes every and it took me a whole year to get that game.
No. $30, you get play it all right now. You know, if you want to binge watch, you can binge watch it or play it in a weekend.
I did not play Sam & Max the last season, remastered, because I totally don't have it right now. Oh.
So yes, that is my highlights of the week. Oh boy, that Ray sure has some interesting thoughts, doesn't he, Commercial Miles?
Well, that's Ray. He's always has his hot takes are different from the world.
Yep, he sure does. But you know what, Commercial Miles? What if people are real masochists and just want more pain in their life? Where else could people find the Taku podcast?
Well, you always check our website at www.takuotaku.com or at your favorite podcast listener.
What? Like YouTube, Apple Podcasts, the various podcast catchers out there, and even Spotify?
Oh, yeah, Spotify. Our numbers are really doing very well there.
I love Spotify because I love giving out $10 a month without even thinking about it ever again. All right, gentlemen, you ready? Are you ready to get your Metroid on?
Speaking about games that took a long time to come out.
Yes, indeed. Quite the wait on this game. Once again, I pre-ordered it in 2019. It's now the end of 2025.
And it's still available. Or is it still valid?
Yeah. So basically 7 years plus in the making. Switch Studios and this and that. But finally, gentlemen, we switched game consoles on top of it.
Yeah.
On the Switch 2 and Switch 1 if you're old school like that. You can now enjoy Metroid Prime 4. Still can't remember. Beyond. Don't remember. Kind of don't care, to be honest. All right, gentlemen. Before we dive into the game, what we like and don't like about the game, I guess just give everyone a little quick paint a picture of what our expectations were for such a game, considering it's been a long time. So Frank, why don't you get us started? What I imagine you were excited for this because if I recall correctly, you're quite the Metroid head as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer the 2D or you like the Prime series more, Frank, if you had to choose one?
2D.
2D, okay. What's your favorite Prime game before this one? Do you have a favorite?
What's my favorite Prime?
Yes, first-person Metroid.
I'm gonna say the first one.
First one, okay.
Yeah.
Did you play the remaster one?
I started it, didn't get too far.
Okay.
But yeah, I do want to play them again.
So I imagine it sounds like you have pretty high expectations, I imagine, for this game.
Oh, I wouldn't say high expectations. Just
excited to see more Metroid?
Yeah.
Okay. Because our last Metroid would be Dread, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, it is.
Definitely 2D, which is also a very good game, by the way. So that's quite the expectations also to live up behind
real Metroid.
The real Metroid, the real 2D Metroid. Alrighty. So
that was a good year.
It was a good year.
I don't think I made it. I put it at the first one either.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how that went. We have recordings of us talking about this. That's why you should go to the website or your Spotify or your favorite podcast catcher and listen to this very podcast you listen to anyway. But all right, so sounds like good stuff we're looking forward to. High expectation. What about Miles? Miles, I imagine you're also a Metroid person.
Let's see. Here we go.
Oh God, we don't need the whole novel.
No, but just I guess because we switched developers twice, a couple times now, we got back to the OG ones.
Retro's doing Metroid again.
So it's like I expected pretty much Retro's, pretty much the same, for better for worse. The fact that he had like new ability, because we did everything. We have ice. All Metroid has the same core things. Fire, ice, and
some abilities to learn.
So they had like a new subset of abilities to see how that pans out for them. And more important, because we're on the Switch 2 now.
All right, expectations, Mom. We're not talking about Metroid. You're already jumping the gun. Just before we're talking about 4,
I'm expecting more of the same, I guess.
You're expecting more of the same. Are you expecting more? Because if I remember our previous conversation off the pod, obviously, the third Metroid Prime game is your least favorite of those three.
Yeah, because the problem with 3 is that there are a lot of weird controls to it, and the idea of other characters interacting with Samus, but Samus not really interacting with them was very jarring.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess more about the lonely.
So you want more Metroid Prime 1, I imagine.
Like 1. I guess to answer the question earlier, my favorite is Metroid Prime 2.
Oh.
Because I do like the fact of like going back and forth between 2 different dimensions. Some things are resistant, some things are not.
The light and the dark.
Yeah, a little thing, and the fact like when Samus loses her abilities yet again,
it just
at least there's like at least some enemies like say I took your this ability away and you must kill it and then you got your ability back pretty much.
All Dark Souls.
You know what made me put Echoes under part 1? The ammo.
I
hate that.
It got a little old, that's for sure.
Other than that, great game.
It's better. It's to me, it's 1, 2, and 3 pretty much in the order it came out of the original trilogy, at least.
Yeah, I am surprised they didn't remaster 2 yet.
I guess if this one sells well enough, I guess they'll bother.
3 you could leave 3
You
right
could leave 3 behind.
I'm okay with that. I cut.
I never finished it.
Guys, it's nice more you could cut 3 out and you won't miss anything.
All right, so also sounds like somewhat high expectations, or you're at least looking forward to the game, I think.
Yeah.
You had it out marked on your calendar waiting for the day.
Yeah, got bummed out, got canceled twice, and then they were screwed from scratch. Never thought the game would see the light of day.
I thought they were going to get another Donkey Kong game, which we technically did, but it was from Nintendo.
Yeah.
So, touche. I guess for myself, I do like both the 2D and 3D Metroid-style games. I guess if I had to pick one, probably the 2D version the most. But I also do like the original Metroid Prime a lot. I have not got a chance to go back to play the remaster, which I wonder if that would paint my picture of this fourth game one way or another, perhaps. I don't know. I guess you'd have to go back and check it out. And I was hoping for basically more of that in this brand new title, where it's Samus being by herself doing what she normally does in the 2D games, right? But in 3D, just some bad guys in first person and a couple quick nods here and there, perhaps, as the journey progresses. So yeah, also this was pretty high up for me. I guess it's one of those I wanted to really, really like. And it was definitely a big red mark on my calendar for this time of the year. But also I remember Metroid Prime 3. So maybe I lowered my expectations a little bit from that experience in that game. As I already mentioned, I did not get very far into it. And I didn't enjoy it as much because a lot more conversations that were I didn't feel necessary for the universe. So yeah, that is where I'm coming from when we start our new adventure into Metroid Prime 4. Bum, bum, bum. All right, gentlemen. So now it is time. Let's jump into the Beyond 3 and now into 4. Woo! Yeah. All on Switch 2. I imagine we're all playing on our Switch 2, gentlemen.
Yes.
Is there another way to play?
You can play on your Switch 1.
Oh.
Yep. You want to be that guy. What about in the beginning, Frank? Did you pick performance or graphics? Performance. Miles?
Graphics.
Graphics.
No. Graphics. What am I thinking? I'm a little tired. Graphics.
I don't know what I said, Your Honor.
Hey, he's like, Frank had to slap himself. What?
I was at the murder scene, I swear. What knife?
Objection.
I don't have the gun in the back of my car at all. Don't check it. Okay, so graphics. I guess I'm the odd one on. I pick performance.
Oh, that's a silly view.
Ew, why?
Because I want that 120 frames per second, gentlemen.
No.
Smooth. Buttery.
I want
a real PC gamer out here.
I want to switch. Okay, right now playing. Okay, I am mostly playing handheld, so I guess there's that.
Okay, I guess that would be the next follow-up question. For Frank, did you spend on television, a handheld, or 50-50 or some sort?
I want to say 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
And Miles?
75 handheld, 20% TV.
Okay.
Whoa, that doesn't match up.
25.
My apologies.
Oh, what is that extra 5%? Ooh, it's a mystery.
What are you doing?
Ooh, you'll have to stay tuned to the next episode of the podcast to find out. Secret codes. But for me, pretty much a 50-50 as well. Playing at home when I'm at home, obviously, playing on the big screen, enjoying the HDR and the smooth frame. But of course, when I can sneak it in at work and other places, I try to. All right, so I think that sums up to when everyone knows where we're coming from, our perspectives. So now they know to be like, I hate this guy's opinion. Oh, this guy's great. All righty, Frank, why don't you get us started? What did you feel about early on impressions and thoughts about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond?
How early?
Let's say up to when you get to the bike and you can see the open world.
Oh, okay, marks. Okay. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll
hit me.
No.
Yes.
First I'll start with the opening where I got good sense of like the intro of like, oh yes, this is how this game is. Like, I like the ambience it gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of my favorite things in part 1 was just leaving the menu on and just listening to that song.
That's a good song.
So I kind of left it on for a while and like, then I got like, okay, we gotta get to work. So right away it just brought back a lot of things where I was like, oh yeah, this is how this game was. And I'm like, oh, this game is harder than I remember.
Yeah.
So it's like kept dying and then like,
oh no,
wait, why aren't you telling me where to go? Where's the little follow ball? So it kind of reminded me of like a little more old school kind of type of game.
Mm-hmm.
Going back a little to the menu, I not a fan of the theme of like the art style aesthetic look they're going for, where it's like very smooth purple circular art direction.
True.
I don't know what the inspiration for that was. But it's okay at some points, but I just feel like it's not true to what I have in my mind of what Metroid Prime is. The bike.
Brum.
The bike is something.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm trying not to be negative, but it's just I feel it doesn't fit with Metroid. It doesn't.
It's different.
I think I would have done it differently. And the way I look at it is, we got rid of elevators, and we're using the bike.
Yeah.
For most part, because basically the bike is just to get to one world to the other, and it's not like a part of your,
exploration.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's not.
It feels too different. Maybe it feels separated, I guess.
The other thing is, I don't really mind the bike because she has
secrets revealed.
The ship and use technology and stuff like that. I just feel they forced the bike, and I didn't like that. I think maybe they could have included like a companion and that person turns into the bike or something like that, or just not make tutorials for it. Just be like, all right, here's the bike and then use it. I don't know. Something different that felt more smooth.
Yeah, it was a little clunky, I guess.
And it was just like, it didn't fit for me with the alien race. Like, you guys are telekinetic and you're using bikes?
We are one with the all. We could communicate with each other because our magical orb, but also vroom vroom, bitch. It is a little,
So that's my initial thoughts about it, but playing it more, I'm like, I do like using the bike. It's fun. It reminds me a lot of the new Batman movie when the Batmobile was turned on. That's my favorite scene of the whole movie.
Oh, there you go. Then
so
right at home here.
Whenever I use the bike, I just turn up the volume and just listen to that
engine roar.
Vroom, vroom.
There you go. It does work.
Yeah, it's cool. It feels cool. I'm the person that enjoyed Wind Waker sailing.
Okay. Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah. So so I don't really mind the whole thing. I just think my initial thoughts were like, it feels off, but let's enjoy this.
Yeah, I got into it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So did I answer your question?
No, I think so. No, I'm just poking around, see what stuck with you, good and bad, early on. Without spoilers, obviously.
I like the red suit.
Red suit. Okay.
I really like the certain themes of the dungeons. like that first one, the Bolt. That's not the first one, but the Bolt.
Bolt Forge.
Yeah, Bolt Forge. I think that place has. I like the music there. Feels very. To me, ambience is it's a big part of movies and things, and I think that part has a good ambience.
True.
I don't want to talk more about the places, but
we'll get there soon.
I think that's it for the early on. I feel like saying more would be moving on more.
Yeah, sure. We'll get there. We'll get there soon. Just in case people are still thinking about purchasing, we're trying to get those people. And then, of course, we're talking about people who are playing it right now. But also be like, ooh, do they agree or disagree? All right, but Miles, let's stick with early impressions up into once again the bike segment.
I do like the fact that for once it's not Dark Samus. No, it's like a totally different but you had to remember the game all the way back in the DS. If you remember the DS Hunters game,
I vaguely do.
That's where Cyrix comes from.
Oh, you know what? I was wondering, like, I don't remember this guy.
I didn't either.
In Prime 3.
That's not Ridley.
So you're saying he's from Hunters?
He's from Hunters all the way back in the
and I barely played that game if I remember right.
Because that game, which is like there are other bounty hunters out there.
Yes, that's all I remember.
But that was as far as it went. And no one went beyond that. But he's from that. From
and it
there.
wasn't Boba Fett.
That's a far
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. I don't know what I was trying to say.
And the fact that Metros are still here still. But they're very subtle. They're like in your
they
face.
don't really, because like the fucking Metro timeline's like bad as the Zelda timeline at this point. It's still before Super Metroid, obviously, and then Metroid 2, and then like maybe Metroid 1.
Well, it's if you this will be very nerdy, but here's me being nerdy here. If you look at the Metroids that he has, they're not really Metroids. They're like fake Metroids. But you could tell because normal Metroids have 3 brains or 3 little things, and fake Metroids or synthetic Metroids are 1.
That's the fake. They're not good enough to be my fake.
So but that's like
Miles couldn't wait to the spoiler talk to get too nerd, and everyone just turn off the podcast. Thanks, Miles.
Well, that's the side thing.
Keep going. This is
for all right. Now Frank's joshing me now. Anyway,
Frank, you like to describe, right?
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
And so obviously we probably go into the beginning game. The game feels just like a Metroid Prime game. For better it feels natural to me. The aim is a little weird because they didn't want you to kind of use like the pointer mouse, or they really want you to use like a tool stick system. Not like
what do you mean the mouse mechanic on the Switch 2 controller Joy-Con?
Yeah, they really wanted for it because I think it was hard for me because I mostly played handheld.
Yeah,
they really felt they want me to do better aiming or something like that. To use to
precision aiming.
Yeah, because some bosses that you kind of need to do that later on. You kind of have to be more precise in shooting things.
A little bit,
but not. The lock-on is not as good.
There's one boss in particular comes to mind where maybe that might have helped if I used it, but I never did because most of the time either Joy-Cons attached to the screen or the Pro Controller.
Yeah.
Is this the first time that they did this, or did they do this?
No, they did.
The Wii one,
3.
Right? Yeah, 3.
When they put 3 came out,
and also the remasters.
And I guess we call that out remaster.
1.5 because like Wii's just 2 GameCubes duct taped together.
Which one was the one where you had to aim like that with the missiles?
Other M.
Oh,
where you had first person quotation marks for like a second.
Okay.
Yeah, Other M was the weird one where they tried to combine both 2D and 3D together.
But overall, like you said, like Frank says, the bike's a little hard to get used to. Kind of go like, what are we doing this? And there's often but little bit of sand here. This is sand.
It's everywhere.
But it is like on Tatooine, what we're gonna do? There. I was afraid that this is it. Like unless there are different places with the bike, different area lands, but it's all literally sand.
Maybe I want to go to Mount Owsley. You don't know.
It would have been cool if you could like bike like on the jungle and the ice and all those places.
Nah.
Well, I was hoping for more transitional phase, like go from one level to the other. Like here's the jungle area, begin the jungle area.
Yeah. We love loading screens.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it felt like these are the Pacific areas. You're gonna go to Pacific areas, do that level, come out of it, and just roaming on the bike.
Breath of the Wild type Metroid would be pretty cool.
This is not
but
it would be.
Like Frank's mentioned before, it feels like it's very we need some kind of gimmick here to sell the amiibo.
I mean, well, there's that. What are they? $50 now? Amiibos are crazy.
Well, but they're more detailed than that.
Sure, they're fucking up. Like, if I want a real figure,
I was gonna get it, and I saw the price. I'm like, ooh,
yeah, there's just too much.
Wow. The thing is, if you got the bike amiibo,
well, they want you to.
It unlocks music for the bike.
I wanted to get it, and then I couldn't find it.
Or it's just like a music player that you can play music while you're biking around.
You got an iPod? Sam's got an iPod?
Yeah, you could just say, you could do the same thing.
What's Samus's Spotify playlist?
Yeah.
This is Metroid? This is Adam?
Adam song?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. My favorite. Oh my god. Fucking, it wrote itself. Yeah. Nice one, Miles. Once in a while, Miles surprises me. Like, oh, you are. I laid it out. He picked up. I didn't think he was going to pick it up. Touche. Yeah.
Now I got it.
But like, I was like, Frank's is like, but once you get used to the bike controls and they let you a whole level to get used to the bike and what it does, you're okay with it, but it does not feel naturally with the Metroid exploring, going around, using the grapple, like normal Metroid things. And it's like
new. And
it's weird seeing her in third person for like a hot minute, but it doesn't really. You only use the bike like for mostly travel, not really do anything with the bike else with the bike. So it felt very tacked on at the end. But if you disregard that, it's still a pretty fun game. Pretty much what I expected from Retro Studios because they made all the other ones.
You hope they're good, but it's been a long time. A lot of people who worked on those games do not work there anymore. I imagine.
But for 80% of there, it felt like
they studied on those GameCube games and the Wii one.
Yeah, some other places who have not done that. So I wouldn't know any better unless you look at the credits. Like, oh, this guy's not here, this guy's here. But it felt just like a normal Metroid Prime game, minus the bike.
All right, I guess that's my turn now. Is there anything else, Miles?
No, I'm good. We're everything else I'll save the spoilers.
All right.
It should have been like a horse. Hands free, and then she could have used her gun.
But see, that looks more ridiculous.
And then if she had like a sword that was like really powerful, maybe like the master of all swords, and then like there was a princess perhaps. And
now you're talking.
No, it'll be a prince.
And Matt Mercer was the villain that you have to defeat. Who also shows up in Dispatch.
Well, the main thing is like she has this really cool weapon always on her, and she decides not to use it when. At least
gets tired sometimes.
Free up one of the arms. You need both.
2 guns for arms if we really upgraded. When you think about it, she could kill twice the Metroids at that rate. Would have been helpful in that adventure in the second game. All right, back to Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Early impressions for myself. Yeah, for a guy who hasn't played the Metroid Prime series since really the second game, a little bit the third game, but really the second game. It played the way I would imagine / kind of remember. Though I know definitely it is different because back then there was only one analog stick on that GameCube controller, so you didn't have that ease of access to rotate with the C stick or your second analog controller. And I know we talked about briefly, I think it was Andy, if I remember right, who talked about playing the remastered.
Well, I did too.
Well, I don't know, fool. I can't remember every fucker.
Yeah, but to me and Andy was a whole podcast. Me and Andy were talking about.
So you want to edit this podcast now, Miles? That's what I'm understanding here. You remember everything. You look forward to editing this episode. All I know is
that you'll never know you miss that second stick until you get the second stick, and it's wonders.
Apparently, and so that's what I'm getting at. Is at the point of, well, I don't remember the second stick. It feels like it was always there the way this game uses it, I guess, and so it's very natural in that regard. I did like the opening act. It felt like a, I don't know, Call of Duty, Halo kind of situation of like, oh no, we're in trouble. Samus, come save us. Bail us out, Samus, as always. Because we're the Federation and you're a bounty hunter. And we always call bounty hunters to do Federation work. What's a bounty hunter again? Anyone?
Bounty hunter is a person called calls to action.
Can I mention something about...
Hit me, Frank.
The whole budget is going on Samus because
the contract finances are broken.
Everybody has like crappy... It keeps bugging me because, like, I'm thinking, don't you guys work for the same company? Why does this person, like...
Every time there's a problem, call Samus. She costs 3 times, like 20 times the time as a normal soldier. Get me Samus. This is not good for the Federation, Galactic Forces, whatever they're called.
How much it costs for a chosen suit again?
She's a hired gun. We keep hiring her for every mission. What are we doing training all these soldiers? She's
a special envoy to the Galactic Empire.
There's a reason she left us. Don't play other M.
I don't know. Do we know where she got the suit from? It's from Chozo.
Chozo.
Do we not think about, hey, send
the Chozos are gone though. She's the last of the Chozos.
That's the last suit. You can't make more.
Apparently, that's what they tell us in these video games.
Don't worry, they're coming over right now, Frank.
Despite she keeps finding a new suit that also just does the same exact thing as her previous suit.
And then she loses the power.
And then she loses the suit to do it again. And
she takes it off though, right?
You think on her days off, but I don't know if she has any days off. She's getting called constantly by these Galactic Federation forces who are worthless.
As she rolls her eyes, going,
use it.
Here we go again.
I can take it off. You can.
No wonder she stopped talking. She got frustrated with these fucks.
I don't know. I guess there's lore that makes sense, but
right.
It just seems like the Federation is just
they're not good.
Okay, the ship. Who made the ship?
She made it herself. All right. She won it in a game of poker. I get what's Han Solo's backstory. Whatever Han Solo's story is, that's the same here. Boba Fett, because he's actually a bounty hunter who is not really a bounty hunter also in that universe from the more you think about it.
No, okay.
But let's stay on track and talk about Metroid. But anyway, I thought that was a good opening act. Feels the hype. So if you're looking for more action-oriented, you get that. But of course, those who want the more isolated experience, you get that and pretty much the rest of the game. So controls feel good. Game looks gorgeous, I feel like. This is the first time I was kind of impressed playing the Switch 2 handheld device. We played the Mario Kart. Sure, it looks like Mario Kart plays a Mario Kart. Fine enough. Donkey Kong Bonanza looks good enough, plays well enough. But here's I went like, ooh, now that looks kind of nice.
Yeah.
So it did have that little extra, wow factor for me. So I was surprised by that. And I did find the performance mode to be very solid. It does seem to handle that 120 frames per second in most situations pretty well, which also very surprised about with the Switch 2, because when you think of Nintendo Switch, you kind of think, oh, it's underperforming hardware and this and that. We said before on the podcast for years, but I guess the Switch 2 has enough muscle and power to push on through, so nice little surprise there in regards to that. And then, the bike. I don't care for it, if I'm being honest. Here's the thing. The biggest problem, at first I was like, it's fine. I have no problem with the bike. But when you started actually using it and getting to A and B and this and that, I thought of a particular game that I didn't care for either, but also came out during the Wii generation that apparently is Frank's favorite, Skyward Sword.
Wind Waker? Oh.
No. And in Skyward Sword, you have this big sky, and you can think, oh, there's so much to do, and there's so much things to do. Yeah, no. There's not. It's a little sky to go to A, to B, to C, to D, and finish the game. And that's exactly what I felt in this game. Here we go. Get across the desert. There's nothing really to see, nothing to do. There's technically one or things to see or do or to discover, but this is definitely not I was going to say Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom. Put them together. Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. It's not Explore, which is definitely a core mechanic of Metroid games. That desert area, there's nothing really there's very little to do and or see in those things. And honestly, the things you unlock, not interesting at all. I've yet to rarely ever use them, but we'll get to them in a little bit more spoilers talk. So yes, the open bike area is very disappointing to me, and I didn't think I was gonna feel that way. But the more I played it, the more I was just like, this is stupid. Despite my high expectations and this and this and that, I still am enjoying the game. It's safe is the way I feel like I would describe it. And like I said, I'm misremembering things. It's been a long time since I played the last Prime games, so maybe I have nostalgia goggles are on. But I find this game to be safe. Of what are the things you have to do in a Metroid game to make it a Metroid game, and they checked the box, but they didn't really move the genre forward or the game or this or this or that. And while a lot of the game does feel like Metroid where you're isolated and it's just Samus running about these different areas on the map doing things and discovering and abilities, this and that, there is a little bit more Metroid Prime 3 in the game is not. It didn't work then, and it's only gone worse because of other games I've also harped about doing the same narratively focused thing. And as I always mentioned before on the podcast, I'm a very narrative focused person when it comes to just anything, and particularly also in video games. And a lot of the story beats just don't work at all for me. And so I find a lot of the story stuff to be disappointing as well. But I don't really come for a Metroid game like that. But because the game is also trying to push it and that forward, it's not as bad as Other M, let's say, when it comes to the storytelling. Mm-hmm. But also, it's doing nothing for me. I haven't finished it yet. The ending might do something to change it. But where I'm at now, it is very safe and boring in regards to also the story and character development in this game as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag, I guess, for me at the moment. But we'll talk about my own spoilers. Maybe my opinion might sway one way or another officially. But of course, there's also the ending, which we'll probably talk about next time on the podcast. But before we get there, gentlemen, I'm going to crack open the Metroid box and unlock all the Super Metroids. Yes.
Okay.
No, okay. Everyone's giving me confused looks. All right. Gentlemen, we could do spoiler talk. Whatever you want to talk about, it's now unlocked. You've unlocked the ability, the spin ball, spider ball. There you go. You can do it all. The missiles are unlocked, infinity ammo, whatever you prefer. It's up for grabs. So, Frank, let's get started with you. How do you feel about what do you really feel about this game?
Well, I guess we could start there with abilities. I feel like it's lacking in abilities. I guess it's similar to the other primes, but I like where it's a progression, and right here it's like I half the time I can't decide if I want to use ice or fire because they're not really one or better than the other ones.
Yeah.
So where it's as opposed to like Super Metroid where you get the wave beam and then you get the spread beam, and it's like it adds to each other instead of now I have to choose between either or. So that's where it kind of doesn't feel like I'm getting stronger sometimes. And then a lot of the upgrades are like minuscule. Like
yeah.
Like, now I have the morph ball, and then now I can boost morph ball. Like,
ooh,
that doesn't feel very strong.
Yeah.
Oh, and then like I just got the spider one. I'm like, okay, it helps me travel a little better, but so I'm going through the game, and yes, I'm getting upgrades, but not a lot of them feel impactful.
Yeah.
The chips do, but then again, they have the same problem where like, do I want thunder, ice, fire, and then feel like it needs one big bang, which they'll probably get later. But
hopefully,
I do feel like the puzzles sometimes are stupid hard. Like I was trying to not look up anything, and I'm like, no, I gotta get through this game. Let me look it up. I can't go shooting every corner and stuff. And a lot of the things that I didn't get what to do, it was just so dumb. Like,
where were you stuck at? I'm curious.
I was stuck in the Bolt Forge.
When it came to getting like the upgrades.
After I got the bike, I couldn't get out.
Oh, you couldn't get out?
I couldn't figure out how to get out, and I'm thinking like, because you could see, I'm like, clearly I need the grappling hook right there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna need to get the grappling hook sometime in the forge.
Yes.
And then I'm like, okay, I need the boost ball here, and you don't even get it anytime soon. That time.
Nope.
And so I just needed a little indication that okay, get out of here. Like,
yes, I agree with you 100%. By the way.
Yeah. So I was like, and then I went to get out, and since I wasn't sure I needed to get out, I didn't explore fully. So it kind of didn't seem like it was the time to get out. So then I went back.
And you're looking for that hook or something, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
And then I kept seeing these upgrades. I'm like, damn, how do you get those?
They're here somewhere.
And I'm like, I want to get them. And then like, I don't know. I think it was you that mentioned that like, yeah, these are upgrades, but they're not really helping me. I'm just getting them because I'm like obsessed with collecting stuff. So that's one of the things that I've noticed. Difficulties. It's one that especially in the beginning, those robots, I couldn't dodge those lasers.
Oh no? Oh, okay.
I was like, what the heck? Do I suck this much?
Am I this bad?
I lost it. I'm trying to figure out what game it reminds me of, but I feel like we backtrack a little too much sometimes.
Yes, also part of the thing you mentioned earlier.
I don't want to go back. Like,
no. You know who also does that? Skyward Sword.
Well, yeah.
But that one was a little better. This one is like,
it's the
no.
I want to say I might be wrong.
No, because I've gone back just for one missile. Like, and the other one, at least it was part of, you had to go there.
Okay, all right. True.
And then so in like the 2D ones, you backtrack, but it's like on your way.
Yes.
To the this is like you have to go out of your way to.
Exactly.
So it's like I'm really like, and it's not like give me the purple suit or something.
Yeah. I felt exactly the same way of like, I don't mind backtracking in, typical 2D Metroid games, but in this game, it's like inconvenience and annoying backtracking. And that's where it's like, I thought about it because I hear a lot of people like, I hate backtracking. I'm like, I'm okay with it. I found the line. Here it is. When you have to leave an area, drive on the stupid bike for 2 minutes to see nothing, get 2 minutes of loading screens just to pick up the new upgrade.
The loading screens I think is what bugs me.
It destroys it. It just destroys the whole illusion, and it's so annoying. If you're gonna give me the ability, give it to me on the way out the door, like a good old fashioned Zelda temple situation. Oh, I can't go there now, but now I unlock the hook shot or whatever it may be. Now I can go this way, and you finish it, and you unlocked it, and you take it on to the next area to then use. It's tedious backtracking.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but do especially the missiles and the ice fire, do they feel like weak to you?
Yes. They have no I don't know, like, oh, the only thing that feels different to me is the ice because they're not moving, they're not doing anything.
Yes,
but instead of that,
the ice, especially like if you combine it with like breaking them with missiles.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's why whenever you get the shot ammo or the missiles, it's like,
nah.
I think my regular beam is stronger.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, that's one of the things that kind of bugs me. But I do like the attention to certain details, like when you shoot close to a wall, you can see your face.
That is nice.
And then, or when you leave a room, I think Miles mentioned that earlier in the car. So going to the stuff that I've enjoyed, my nephew plays this game with me.
Always a family affair.
Yeah. So actually, I'm surprised that he noticed the ice. He's like, "Hey, I just saw something." and then he goes, "It's a girl."
Wait a minute.
And then he goes,
"Is that a ponytail?"
And he goes, can we choose a guy?"
Oh, wow. Kids say the darndest things.
And then like, "No, we can't." I thought that was funny. And then so we play like we've been playing normally, like either I move and then he does the shooting and stuff.
Are you
like
splitting the Joy-Cons with them or something like that?
Huh?
Because I know there was some other game where you would control one half and you would control the other half, right?
It's a challenge because we got. I'm like, you seen those videos of like the Hitler like.
Oh, right, the meme.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
don't you know what you're doing?
And then no, it's because like sometimes I do have fun with him. Sometimes I'm like, hey man, you gotta get together.
You lock in, all right?
Because I've been telling you, we're not playing around here. Stop shooting random things.
The camera is off. Stop with the jokes. Play serious now. You just step up your game.
The bit is over.
That psychic beam is too slow. Shoot it with the regular. That's another thing. You feel you get some upgrades and like you hardly use them.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The whole shooting psychic balls as a spirit bomb or morph ball bomb. Yeah. What happened to that concept, eh? Oh. Every time I thought, like, maybe this is the way to solve puzzle. Nope. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm a jackass for thinking to use this stupid ability. Or it's like, oh, remember the control the laser beam shot? Oh, yeah, we forgot about it too. Well, here it is.
I think it barely came up again when I was playing right now.
It's like they just don't know to balance when to use certain abilities. And like you said, the abilities you do unlock, there's no like, ooh, because I feel like in most Metroid it's like, ooh, I can do this now and do this now. And I can go to that area and I know what to do with this. But now it's just like, oh, yay, I can do the one thing that they punished me this whole time to now finally use.
I also got stuck in the ice place. You know, when you have to do that code. Like,
oh, yes.
Which at first I'm like, okay, I'm getting it wrong. And then I'm like, I had to look it up. And I'm like, oh, the puzzle's not complete.
Oh, you're missing the part.
Did that. And then there's another part where you have to complete another puzzle. I went around looking for the stupid thing.
Where is it?
Yeah. And And the thing is, like, you scan everything, and it doesn't like tell you like
Yes.
this thing defrosts, like, and it's just like I had to look it up. Like, oh my god, it was just so now I'm just like, if I'm stuck, I'm like just shooting everything whenever I'm home, like
Pretty much. With you, like most of the Metroid games.
so it's just like I was pretty stupid for me. In my I should have known better. Like, what else? Surprisingly, it does remind me a lot of Prime 3. But I remember not caring for any of the dialogue in Prime 3. And I'm like, ooh, who are you? We don't who the fuck are you? But in this one, I kind of enjoy the cast. Like I like the engineer guy, especially because he gives me new guns.
He's the most important one on the roster.
But I thought he was kind of funny. I did enjoy the stuff they say like in the background. It makes me laugh sometimes.
That out of all the characters, that's the best one because they do the most with that character. And the thing I do like about it, to give credit to the writing, is I do like I don't know if you do this or not, Frank, but when you meet him, you can actually scan him like everything else in the game. And he'll even call it, "Did you just scan me?"
Yes, I did that.
Yeah. And I thought, like, that's brilliant. That's great, simple writing. And that kind of adds something to the world and the characters. Because, like, Samus is this silent protagonist for the most part. Definitely is in this game, by the way. And so we got to do something with the characters, kind of reflect the world and the situation of, like, well, Samus is kind of a weirdo, isn't she? But whatever, let's have some fun with it, right? But she's also a badass. And I feel like little lighthearted moments like that separated and made the game and the characters interesting and had a point to them. But spoiler alert, that's the best we get when it comes to the writing.
The other one, right before that, he's talking to himself, and then he goes, "I'm stuck." Oh no, he goes, "I'm stuck here, probably gonna die. In the offhand, I don't have to work with so and so."
Oh yeah. And so, that's funny. That's like solid stuff we call can relate to because he's just a grunt in the military force, this and that.
And then he goes, "When?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think I was gonna like anybody in this.
No, he's easily the only highlight for me.
I like the girl too. The girl too was funny in the beginning.
She's a little, I get it, because she's like fanboying or fangirling out with Samus.
But I guess it makes sense that they didn't do it. Spoilers here, wherein the person dies and then she's sad. I would have been like, alone time now, like, because she was so obsessed with her. And I was like, hey, finally,
finding some one-on-one with Samus, Aaron.
I can finally help you open doors now. Something like
it's just you and me, Samus. Must be lonely out there in space.
Ever thought about getting a partner?
There you go.
I was thinking about becoming a bounty
hunter. I fly,
hunter.
you shoot.
By the way, what's a bounty hunter?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the sniper guy was nothing much, and then the other guy was just like, I hate everything.
Generic black sergeant.
Yeah.
There's always generic black sergeant in every one of these military shooters.
I don't know who the main bad guys are besides that other hunter.
Silex.
But I don't care for him.
He does. Well, but I guess he did not, because I don't remember hunters very well, if at all. So yeah, he's not.
He was like not even my favorite hunter to fight.
Yeah, he was not memorable the first time around. And he definitely isn't. And like it's so funny because I remember the trailer. Everyone's like, "It's Silex!" Oh, and I'm like, "Who the fuck that?"
Oh, like I hope that's not the main character.
I was gonna say, is Ridley? This is still before we killed Ridley for the 20th time, so he's still available, right? He's not busy. What's he doing?
So I think he looks a little underwhelming, and
yeah,
I don't know why we're fighting. Actually,
he's not Dark Samus. That's
because
why.
He had Metroids, and Metroids are bad, so that makes him bad.
I don't know. I'm curious to see where it goes. I'll probably be disappointed, like I was with Tears of the Kingdom, because I was hoping for the lore to expand.
Oh no!
But it almost seems like it's its own thing. It's not gonna reveal any mysteries or something.
I remember that same thought too with that game.
Or come back with any throwback like monsters or something like that. Yeah. You know what I really want to see?
Hit me.
Other M almost did it, but I think they tried to do it and then didn't do it the way I wanted him to do it. I want to see because you see Metroids in Prime, do you?
Yeah.
Do you fight them? I don't remember it
Yeah.
at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see something like Metroid 2 in 3D, if you get what I mean.
I think so.
Like the bigger ones, because you always see the babies.
Yes.
Yeah, but the Metroid 1 has the bigger ones.
How bigger?
Well, on 2 you get the I haven't. Okay, correction. I don't know the original 2, but in the remake of 2, you see more like you kind of see that also in this game. I guess the Metroids that fuse with other beings to become freakazoids.
Yeah, but Metroid Prime 1, they had different types of they had hunters, they had like bigger ones.
There's also that too. I guess depends on what Metroids in particular we're looking for.
But I want to see Omega Metroid, like the
crazy
dragon one.
Right. I mean, well, you kind of have one in this game.
I don't remember that.
The lava?
That's not a Metroid. That's a fusion.
Well, it's a big dragon with a Metroid.
'Cause I think if I could be wrong, but in I don't know why we're going back to Other M so much. But
his favorite game.
I feel like I think they said that an Omega Metroid came out, but it just looked like a turtle.
I don't remember that well.
But I want to see one that reminds me of the final boss of Metroid 2, and just like this huge Metroid, because I feel like we don't let them grow up. We just
because they're evil, Frank. We have to kill them before they become a problem. That's the beginning of Super Metroid.
Wow.
It's the last. The last Metroid is in captivity, or the line is.
This will be important later on for the next 4 and 5.
we need. What's this guy's name? Silas?
Yes.
Skyler? What?
Skyler?
Silas.
I'm the one who knocks.
Do us a favor. Please have like a stash of a, super powerful Metroid somewhere.
Please tell me you got a Ridley in your pocket.
Justify your existence and be the black market dealer that I always wanted you to be.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what?
I was gonna say, what's he now? They already had generic black sergeant, so I'm like, the roles have been fulfilled.
So that's what I want. If somehow a huge Metroid comes out, I'm gonna be happy.
Where's my big Metroid? Frank, he really is a One Piece fan because he wants them big, just like Oda. Bigger the better.
The bigger the better. It has never been more true.
Have you played Resident Evil Village, Frank?
No, that was too scary.
But we got the big. We got the Oda appreciates that game.
Yeah, Oda like,
it's his favorite Resident Evil game. And then it's 6. That's for him. You guys have similar tastes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Great minds think alike.
I guess so. This is why I'm a Naruto fan, apparently. Alrighty, Miles, let's pass over the baton a little bit to you. Brother, what have you thought about this game? Spoiler talk. What get it off your chest.
Well, let's see.
Get that Metroid out of you.
I think of all three of us here, I think I've finished the most so far. Mostly just getting all the little items and scans.
I guess really quickly, since that's we haven't mentioned that. How far did you get, Frank?
I think I'm working on the 5th key.
The 5th key. So you're on the 5th key, Miles.
I got all the keys.
You've got the keys.
I got all the keys. I got a lot of things.
Okay, and
I got everything.
I got it all. And I'm pretty much where Frank is, where I'm working to get that last key.
You're at the mines?
I'm at the mines.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that's where I left off on. Alrighty, go ahead, Miles. Sorry.
No, that's fine. The problem, like what we all mentioned this point, and that just like every single Nintendo game we had the last couple of months now, it's always feel like they're not cooked or they're not.
They're not cooked.
Oh, it's not.
This guy had no excuse. This guy was burnt, well done, and everything in between.
But I felt like like Frank mentioned, they don't use any of the new abilities. It's very sporadically.
This was left in the oven such a long time.
They forgot about it.
They didn't even turn it on.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Because like you said, all the psychic ability, I feel like every generic power up so far, other than we had psychic to it, so it's.
Yeah,
so okay.
It's the psychic beam now. It's the psychic morph ball.
It's a hassle using the psychic because I have to do press the X, and I'm like, I don't want to press X.
Well, I think it's hard because since they're, they already did because Metroid 1 you have all the different power ups, fire, ice, ice missiles.
Typical situation.
2 you had dark light,
Right.
3 you have corrupted things, so it kind of made for better for it made sense.
It did something different.
While this one's we're just doing 1 again.
It's pretty much.
And it's weirder because the psychic beam is its own separate weapon. It's not
there's no upgrade for it.
Yeah, which
really is not. I didn't think it'd be a problem, but it feels like a problem.
Well, I said the more I hear Frank talk about it, and because I kind of like a lot, I kind of try not to think about too much, like things that kind of like
you're just trying to get into it. Yeah,
but it is that quality in terms of, like a lot of psychic abilities here aren't really here. Really, you do make 1 or 2 puzzle segments, maybe like to get out of a jam or something like that. But most of the time you're just shooting whatever you got because nothing really changed. No, there's no real sense of change of using like weapon. Obviously, using power bombs are power like that's the strongest thing in the game, right? That's it,
right?
But there's no other than that. Like I could do fire, I could do ice, I could do, and there's no
like strategy or impact using either one. It feels like minus like I said, the best one's ice.
And it's weird because it's like a mixture of all the games all together. If you really think about it, because you got to worry about ammo constantly.
Thank you for bringing that back.
Just like Resident Evil.
Well, because it reminds me of 2. 2 had you had to worry about dark ammo things and then you had to you had to worry about 2 different sets of ammo that way.
Well, I mean, motivation to keep looking and unlocking your capacity, right?
Yeah. I'm almost afraid to ask this, but in the trailer, I feel like I saw a white suit.
There is.
It does exist.
That's
just like Zelda.
And also from 2 as well.
That sucks for the trailer that they did. That.
Big spoilers. Yeah, that I do remember. I can't remember what the suit looked, but I remember thinking like this suit didn't look like this suit. I wonder what it's gonna look like. I bet you it's the one from the trailer.
Yeah, well, the problem is that trailer kind of has probably most of the way. But it's hard because there's another classic Nintendo thing of trying to just checking the box. And we moved on. They want a Metroid game on the Switch 2, and they just like, well, we got this one cooking back here. Let's cook a little bit more, get Switch 2 ready, and put it there. It feels like a Switch 1 game. It sounds weird.
I mean, it is. It is.
But like guys, we had time to cook this a little bit longer. You could add more seasoning.
It did seem
you could add like a little.
Like I said, very safe, very safe. And for that many years of cooking, it's a little underwhelming.
Because well, I mean, if you played a remaster, any of them actually, even 3 at this point, there's a sense of like, this world connects to this world. There's a sense of the building, the music, the environment. You're moving around this vast landscape. The loading times make sense because you're traveling or something like that. That makes sense. You're loading to a different area, right? But we're all connected, like old Metroid games are. You take this path to this area. Well, this game's like you're on the bike and it literally tries you it takes you here, and then that's it. There's no sense of connect. No, they all feel so separate from each other. The lands, things like that. There's no sense of connectivity. So you're like,
yes, they try to make it feel that way, quotation marks, with the hub of the desert world, but it doesn't do anything.
Like I said, because after a while on the bike, especially me trying to get all the green crystals. I don't know if you guys seen the green crystals. There's a point to gain the green crystals, I guess.
Is there?
I haven't.
I've just been doing it because I can. We're driving by.
There is a point for it.
Oh God.
But but I feel like other than like the green crystals, what else in and the mech part though? There's so few things that I don't see the reason why we need to have the bike.
Donkey Kong had the same problem. I was trying to think, what am I thinking of? Where Donkey Kong at the very end of the game, you need to have like a bunch of gold coins or points to unlock a bridge.
Yeah.
But like most of the game, it hasn't been a problem. At the very end, it can be. If you haven't been collecting them, for me, it just happens because once again, something to do. But yeah, that's concerning because that seems dumb.
But I said, a lot of the newer Nintendo games are kind of like there's no sense of trying to make a good game. They're kind of like we need something constant to push out on the console and you move on. And you feel this game for the most part, you kind of feel it too here as well.
Well, we'll see.
Underwhelming, like it wasn't cooked.
Well, the problem is this is the 4th game in this particular franchise of a spin-off of other franchise.
Yeah.
So when it's been, because the original Metroid came out, I don't know, 87, 88?
Yeah.
So when this franchise exists this long, you kind of expect it to change and develop and grow and bigger, like a Metroid,
Well, it's like Metroid Dread, right? Metroid Dread was a great game in which it there's Metroid because you literally are going to die in 5 seconds if you don't pay. If you don't time
there was
properly.
Something interesting in every Metroid game for the most part to make it feel different enough.
Yeah.
You could apply this to every video game, any long ongoing franchise game, right? But what do we do in this game to make it different? Because there's been 20 years of history in this game.
Dread might be the best one.
It's really good. And I'm surprised I didn't mention in my favorite game of the year if that's the case. But I might have played it the year afterwards.
Yeah.
I can't
wait because I'm pretty sure those guys could probably make the next Metro game, probably Metroid 6 or something like that. Most likely.
Yeah. That's a
different
Metroid
team.
Metroid can't work in first person, as we've seen in the Prime, but it works best, I feel like, in 2D.
Yeah.
So that's always going to be, a hard 2D, 3D, this and that. So, it's a little unfair comparison. But we've already hinted already, is this one does feel a little underwhelming. Even if this is the first time you're walking into it, you're a brand new gamer, you've maybe played Metroid Prime 3 or Dread, and you're playing this one, you'll be happy. But if you're older like us, who remember Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo, there's a little bit more about it, perhaps.
You can see, they didn't make anything new, really. They kind of they use pieces from here.
Not enough new.
There's not enough new, and it kind of we kind of know how this works, but no, they didn't reinvent anything new.
It's safe.
It feels like they did it in 1 year.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
which is funny because I feel like it feels like kind of like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But surprisingly, when I played Tears of the Kingdom, it felt different enough. But this game definitely does not, despite there's no connection tissue between this and the third game or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating when you think about it like that.
Like I said, the third game, despite its flaws in that, had more funner gameplay moments than this game did. So. That and also a lot of the item granting of that's also been underwhelming because you this is what I get for doing this. But you have to do it because you want to get the secret ending. You have to do it, but it's
the scanning
and the green crystals.
I did not know about that.
I don't know if it was this about if this was a thing in the previous ones, but is it me or does the scanning take way too long?
It does, and also there's two. I think, and like I said, I haven't played the original Prime 1 in forever. But it feels the same amount of time. To me, what makes the scanning annoying, it gets on the verge of that, is you have to scan every dumb thing, assuming how it works. And I don't know. I never looked it up. I've just been playing the game. And I assumed if it's green, you got to scan it because it's not in your record book.
Yeah.
And if you want to, see Samus in Zero Suit style or whatever, you're going to find bikini style, I hope. Which no, actually, I like how I made that joke, but actually, that's that's canon.
That is canon. Yes, it is.
That's funny. But the thing is, all right, here's the door. You scan the door for the first time. This is a door. It's got 2 locks on it. You unlocked 1 lock. Now you go look at it. Now it's green again. You scan it again. This is a lock. It's got 1 unlocked. You still need to unlock the other one. You unlock the second lock. You go back to it. It's green again.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations. The lock is now unlocked.
Or the boxes.
Yeah. Oh, it's just stop it. Fucking stop it. It's the thing. The thing is this, and it's that, and we're done. But it constantly wants you to scan the same thing 3 times over because one minute little difference is about it. It's too much, and it's annoying. But here, it's unbearable.
Well, in Metroid Prime 1, at least when you get things you get more items, things like that, right? They're different objects. It's not literally the same object, but it's over here in the ice region. It's over here in this, but it's different. But it's also the same. And then a part of that is also the enemy types. It felt like I remember Metroid Prime being like, "Ooh, this is this enemy type. This is this enemy type," and there's something interesting to read about them. But here it's this fucker, but they like ice. It's the same fucker, but now he likes fire. It's the same fucker, but he likes electricity. It's just where is the design and creativity? The problem is the more as I'm noticing from listening to this conversation,
right?
The more you're gonna this is very generic, and it's these people obviously did not make Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3.
They did not. These are different
They
teams.
played 1, 2, and 3 and kind of we could kind of do this, boss. We could kind of get it, but they don't understand what made.
They're not doing enough to make it feel refreshing for us who remember the GameCube.
It's like Dragon Ball Super. It's like I kind of got it, but I don't really got it.
I would argue that's even worse. This game's not that bad.
Yeah.
But obviously,
but yes, the feeling is still the same, I guess.
Yeah. So it's hard. The more you try,
disappointment.
You were like, I'm excited. It's been 7 years. We have pre-order. Let's go. Let's come out this year.
Okay.
I want to finish the game, obviously, but it's I'm not in a rush to finish the game either. It's
it's one of those. I'm in a rush to it because I'm slightly excited for it, and also I know we have a podcast record for it, so I better start playing it right now.
Oh, that's the thing is, I don't know if we didn't have a podcast on it. Would I rush as hard, or would I just take my time? Explore one because there was as more because I played probably more 3 or 4 hours straight. Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not was actually having fun like going this level. This was like I'm just playing the game, going through, and just kind of like
gotta do it. I started, gotta finish it. It's my job now.
But I know I'm not like the other games were at least more exciting than that. There wasn't nothing really here. It's very generic. But
Alrighty.
Yeah, but I'm done because I talk way too much.
Beat it up. So yeah, that's the thing. I guess I do want to point out because it feels and sounds like we're a little bit more harsh on this game. But at the end of the day, it's still good. I'm enjoying it. But I guess it's just hard to not see where the flaws are at and point them out, being like, well, this could be better, this could be better, this could be better. And obviously, it's a lot easier saying that from this side of the screen, let's say.
Yeah.
To me, there's a couple of things I guess I want to focus on. But I guess the obvious one to me is, once again, the narrative parts about the game. Silent protagonists don't work when they have to deal with other people in the room. And in this game, you don't do it often, but often enough, there are situations where you'll meet other Federation Force members, and they're all, oh my god, you're Samus Aran, you're the best bounty hunter of all time. By the way, what's with bounty hunter? And it drives me insane when she doesn't even like nod or emote or anything. She just stands there like a weirdo in the fucking room. It's very jarring, and once again reminds me of
Sam Porter Bridges.
Indeed. It reminds me of Death Stranding, and the worst aspect of Death Stranding, where famous actor stands there, people pour their hearts out, talk about their tragic backstory, and he goes and nods his head, and that's it. It's hard to hear. It's hard to do it in the not an audio form, but it's so weird and unfitting, and you get that all over in this game, where she'll meet new people in the new areas you unlocked, and I at least expect her to like emote more and like shrug or this or that. At most, she nods, and like even the nodding's like very small and random almost.
To be honest, I thought that was just the sergeant or the mechanic that would be the one person. When I thought this whole game.
Who talks?
One talks.
No, I assume as soon as you find one, I tell myself I'm finding every one of these fuckers in every area in this game, aren't I? I knew that instantly. There's gonna be new people to unlock and join your crew.
Oh, I
assume there's gonna be more.
I thought it would be just Miles because I feel that he's the guy helping you upgrade your weapons and kind of like and
right.
And I feel
he's
like
definitely more useful.
And I feel like chemistry between Samus being the quiet one.
Yes, and him talking for her.
Yeah, that made sense in my head that way.
And as I mentioned before, I agree with that, and it did work. But then you meet other people, and it doesn't work, and it's very painfully obvious it does not work. No. So I don't know why. I don't need her to talk a lot because I don't want other M. Let me tell you that right now. I don't want other M. She talks way too much, and it's like the most like dumbest and incoherent things of she just constantly whines and bitches throughout that whole game, and I'm like, are you a badass? And the jarring thing is that game takes place after Super Metroid. We've done all these things in the timeline, including the Metroid game Prime games, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And yet she's like constantly whining and bitching like, oh, it's Ridley. Oh God, I'm so scared it's Ridley. I've killed him 10 times over, but maybe this time he'll get me. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Wow.
Maybe they're afraid of that happening again.
Yeah. So I guess I understood why they wanted to stay fucking far away from that. But there must be a middle ground. And I just need her to just say, she doesn't have to talk a lot, but roger that. No problem. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Little, just simple, generic NPC commands. Link even does that more in his own fucking games, and he's another silent protagonist. Yeah. And the thing is, Link gets away with that more in the new games because there are times where you kind of see him like do even Mario does the same thing. He's kind of a silent protagonist too, where he goes and then the character goes like, "Oh, you mean there's a new thing we have to unlock, Mario's Link?" Here she does not. And they all just kind of like just shrug it off like, I guess she's just a weirdo, but she's a badass weirdo, I guess. I just found it, I feel like they should have leaned in if they're going to make it that way, which they shouldn't do. But if they're going to, at least do more like winks and nods of like, oh, she's such a quiet type. Or just that more playful dialogue where we saw with the mechanic engineer character. But soon as you meet him, all that, the fun writing disappears. And it just becomes, come on, Samus, you got to do it. It's up to you, Samus, now.
Yeah.
Should have her third eye should have glowed and then be like, oh, you're talking to me telepathically.
Yeah, that would work. Honestly, that would have worked, Frank. That would have worked for me way better than just her just staring out there into space And they go like, okay, like, you heard Samus. I'm like, no, I didn't fucking hear Samus, you crazy person. It just drove me insane of characters talking for a character who doesn't talk.
Yeah, but that's like a Nintendo thing, though. It's been like my problem for you.
It's been because motherfuckers are still designing games from the NES. We are long gone past the days of the NES. Characters need to be a little bit more fleshed out. I don't want to hear a whole sad story once again, but somewhere in between, we got to give a little bit more. They should have got rid of some more characters or write the dialogue so it's not so weird that she doesn't respond.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just so many ways. That's the thing that gets me more upset. There was ways to fix it, but no one did anything. And it's so obviously a problem, and they all went, nah, it's fine. It's fine. And you're like, no, it's not fine. But yeah, so it's a lot of the narrative stuff like that I find disappointing. The funny thing is, at least for Frank, because Frank was mentioning he had difficulty solving the situation he found himself in. Never had that problem at all in this game.
Yeah.
Minus, there was one... Okay, so here's the one thing I was stuck on. And it was one of those, like, I think deep down I knew the answer, but I didn't want to believe it, because if that became true, it'd be like, this is the stupidest thing and way to solve it. And no, it exactly was correct. This is how they wanted to. When, as I mentioned, we were kind of talking about, I didn't hint out how much I disloathed it or loathed it. I guess disloathed would be the opposite. The fact of like, hey, I'm in the Volt Forge. There's a swing shot here. I don't have the swing shot yet. And I've been to here, and here, and I still don't have the swing shot. I'm going to have to come back here way down the timeline again just to get to this area, aren't I? It is so annoying. Why is it like that? It should be more seamless in like a Dark Souls game. Even Dark Souls, and Dark Souls is different. Everyone complains of the difficulty of Dark Souls. Even Dark Souls eventually loops you back around to that previous point, and then you can make progress from there, right? Yeah. To have I was going to say that's funny. Have Samus go across the map to do those things, to go to that one area to unlock that one power-up that you're going to need in the next area. Hated it so much, because to me, once you like explore the area, like I want my hands clean of it, I'm moving on to the next area.
Or they could have had like, okay, you've been here, now you're allowed to teleport here.
I was just gonna say that, Frank. You read my mind. Whoa, Frank's got that psychic abilities unlocked. Whoa. And I was gonna say the only way to work around that is let me warp here. Nope, we want you to use the bike. Get on that bike. Enjoy that loading screen again.
Well, I say this is why I enjoyed Metroid Prime 2 a lot, because Metroid Prime 2 a lot like...
It does do better in that.
Metroid Prime 2, like, well, it's the same area, but now you have to go to the dark side of this area, and you explore around here, which is different, because then...
It's enough narrative nonsense for my brain to be like, sure.
Yeah, but no, they actually do changes, things like that. You actually... environment. While here, it's like, you got the desert, and the desert pretty much a big, giant loading screen for you just to go through the area. No, they couldn't connect all the areas together, so they kind of like... But when they wanted us to add a bike.
Yeah,
they felt like
they did terrible game design to justify the bike. Someone really loved the bike idea, and they're like, "We're gonna make you drive all over the place, but you're gonna use the bike." And I fucking love the bike. It just seemed like a justification for the bike, and the bike is not that interesting.
Well, I remember the trailer when it came out showing the bike. I'm like, oh, this, I was like, this does not belong in the like.
It does not work.
What did the psychic people say? Oh, we developed this bike to travel really fast, right?
Yeah, basically.
And then they have the cannon. It's like, wait, why aren't we using this more?
And that's the other thing. Part of it is because fine, it's either lazy game design or inconvenient game design, because they couldn't fit everything on a loading screen, and so they had to hide things behind loading screens. But that loading screen be trying to get to the green forge to get that chip unlock is way too long shooting out of that cannon.
I have a question about that. Because I did think about the loading screen when I first started playing this game. And I was wondering, like, because the first one I remember, they had loading screens too. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, they must really like us to look at Samus.
She's so pretty.
So in this one, because, more advanced analogy, I'm thinking, do they just want us to admire the bike a lot, admire Samus,
pretty much
waiting, or does it have to load that much?
Oh, it has to.
Okay, because
it's a little bit of both. They're hoping, which is also very Metal Gear 4 of them.
But but it's like Metroid Prime 1 when you're loading, Samus moving around and you can see her like.
Yes, there's a little bit more of that. Yeah,
more
you're kind of curious, like, ooh, what am I going to see today? Maybe I'll see something different.
Like you see her, like her eyes move. No, they actually see her through her eyes through the visor. and you kind of look around, like, and you're looking around, like
you're kind of hoping to see something new or different. Kind of even in a simpler, weird way, like Resident Evil 1 with loading the screen doors with the doors. You're like, well, but you tell yourself, what's going to happen if I open this door? Is a zombie going to pop up? I don't know. Is a hunter going to pop up? I don't know. It never does, but you don't know that.
And like in 2, like when you make the load screen was pretty easy because you like a whole motion of it, of the thing opens and you go down or go up, and then you see her load up, but the camera pans around. But here it's just there's some moments.
It's not enough to justify the long of a period of a load time.
The best part when you try to go through the green area. And then when you're trying to load back go to the front of the area instead of going through the canyon.
All right.
And you see her just like just weird jump, like running.
She running. She hustling.
And like doesn't make any sense. Like the whole game, she's walking through the now. She's gonna start running through.
And it's just so off-putting because, like I said, the shortcut is you shoot from the cannon, wait for the loading screen, finally land. Hey, how's up, Miles? How's it going? Here's your new power-up, Samus. All right, great. Back to the cannon, off you. Because it's like, Jesus, we couldn't design around this at all.
I thought Miles would at least go at least like into the desert, like here's base camp here.
Your legs aren't broken, Miles. Fucking move.
Because at least the sniper guy at least moved around a lot.
We literally have a factory of bikes in this world that nobody else is using. Jesus Christ.
Well, you have to get the suit there. That's all.
Yeah. They apparently Samus took the last suit.
Yeah, I don't know.
All out of suits.
They used all the budget on the bikes, and only one suit that can use them.
Yeah, it's just little things. It's just like all the little things are so not good or clean as they should be.
But like I said, but that's like with most Nintendo games.
It does feel rushed, which is hilarious because like how long has it been?
But I always feel like Nintendo's supposed to try make it.
Well, they're playing their 4D chess, and we're gonna have Mario, and then we're gonna have Metroid, and they're doing the same. And to be fair, they did the same exact thing with the Switch 1 launch, and that's why there was a long window between the Wii U and the Switch because they wanted to have their cards all lined up and domino effect, boom, 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 and it worked very well for them. So I understand why they repeated that same formula here. But the problem is we weren't waiting, well, okay, maybe for Breath of the Wild we were waiting that long, but we weren't waiting that long for a Metroid or a Mario successor. Well, maybe not as much. Maybe a timeline. But, it doesn't feel like we waited that long.
But I feel like we didn't need to rush through a game because people were going to it felt like we kind of like we're doing more for a console launch rather than it being a brand new game per se.
Yeah, it comes across that way if you have experience playing the other games. But yeah, I mean, there's more things I could but we've all kind of touched. The big things we touched about are just the bad backtracking, the bad narrative storytelling they're trying to do in the game.
The bad using power-ups.
The power-ups that just don't feel. And that's the thing is, like, to me, that might be the biggest offense because that is a Metroidvania staple is, ooh, I unlocked this new ability and now I feel and I can move faster, I can hit harder, I can do something better and stronger. And here it's just like, that stupid ice you couldn't melt now does.
There's too many items and you need to pare it down to focus on new items or say screw it, we're just going to do old school Metroid and call it a day. I feel that we're trying to do a weird mix of trying to do all the items in there and it doesn't end well.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm still enjoying the game. Like I said, there's a good chance it's still going to be my top 5 games of the year. But I guess the sad part is, to me, it's very obvious where they could have made this game amazing. And instead of amazing, it's okay.
Yeah.
Any last comments, gentlemen?
I have enjoyed the boss fights. That's definitely a highlight. Yeah, I like the lava one a lot.
That is cool. Despite the final part, I zoned out on that one a little bit too longer than I want to admit. To finish them off.
I did it. I had the same problem you had because the game doesn't like
because I forgot I had that ability.
But you and like say how you want to know about like what you kind of pause like what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah. And
then they take and then it activates and you got no okay I got it now but beat him again, then he's dazed out. Then you're like oh.
I figured it out. I just took too long and he woke up.
Yeah, I had to knock him down like 3-4 times so I went like, oh, the special beam. Right, I haven't used that in forever.
Did we not lose the bike?
Yes, but also it's fine. That happened.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, by the way, how the hell bike comes in and out of the scene, that's the time I think I stumbled. No. And I went like, because I was the Volt Forge the first time and was like, I used the bike to get to the second tower. I need to get to the third tower. Where the fuck is my bike? I left it out here. I was looking for my bike for like a good 5 minutes, being like, it was right here. Do I have to walk out of the room and it'll respawn? Do I do this, do that? And I was like, oh, if you hit the button, it'll just come calling.
No, what bugs me the most about
it makes a Epona look like a bum.
About the bike thing is that since the button's the plus button, and usually most Metroid Prime games are usually
it's like a pause button for most games.
Yeah, pausing, but no, since the bike button right now.
Yes, the summon the bike.
To me, a hot minute like, to get used to like where's the menu button or where I need to like I keep pressing the
map button is the opposite way.
And it says, well, the bike's why is there? I don't even use the bike. Why is the bike an option here?
Last final little bitchy comment.
Oh no.
She takes too long because to me, I thought the coolest thing about the first Metroid Prime is you'd be a morph ball, and which would be third person, and then you get out of the morph ball and it goes back to first person. And I always thought it was very cool when you're able to like shoot and run while transforming, because it was very much my brain translated to like, oh, it's like Mega Man and Mega Man X when you go through the doors and you could do the jump shot as the freeze frame, right? But here you can't really do it. The game takes a minute for you to have control again, and then she could fire while doing that transition shot.
It's funny the fact that she kind of starts running after she changes back from the morph ball. Like it's very jarring.
Yeah, well, I mean I think the other game did it too, but maybe it wasn't as bad.
Well, this was too long. It's too long.
I think the loading, I guess, is too long, and you can't do anything in between it. To me, it's like, oh wow, third person. There was like that cool mechanic, right?
So you gotta play the remaster of 1 and go like, oh, this is what I wanted.
I don't know if I'm either gonna like the fourth, or I don't know which one's gonna affect. I don't know if it's gonna affect the first game or the first game more one way or another. I don't know. But I was tempted to do that before, but I ran out of time. But I'm curious.
Yeah, I said power-ups are a lot more cooler in 1.
That's what I remember. We shall find out.
And the weird Metroids and the weird, well, God, what the frick's going on here with this Metroid?
Let them grow.
Let them grow. Get bigger.
They have all their whole lives ahead of them.
Nah, if Samus has anything to say about it.
Who's that Pokemon?
Whew, that was one long, spoilerific discussion these guys just had.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in 2 weeks.
That reminds me, 2 weeks. I wish this podcast was like every day.
I don't think we can promise that to our listeners, but you know what we can do? We could use our social media platforms.
Oh, that's right. We're like on Bluesky and Instagram, and even we have YouTube shorts between each episode.
Or as a funny moment, what Frank said, my hot takes on gacha games or Ray's inevitable rants. You can find all of it on social media.
Wow, it's like no matter where the people are, we're there with them every moment.
It's like we're always watching you.
Ooh, and with that, let's get to our outro quick.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
All right, I think we're going to call it for Metroid Prime 4 beyond my expectations.
What's
perhaps.
beyond Genshin Metroid?
That's right. It's right over the horizon. You can't miss it.
It's coming.
Next Animal Crossing Horizon.
Yeah.
That's coming out early next year. The updated version.
Yeah.
Might be good.
With
go back.
And you had to pay for DLC again.
Yeah, but I think it's like $5-10. If it's $5-10, I'll play ball. More than that, go fuck yourself. Oh, Nintendo. It's quite the
racket.
Yeah, that too. Love and hate relationship I have with that company.
Well, they know what they got. They know what they're selling.
They have mine somewhat nostalgia, but it's more like rivalry nostalgia. You stupid 64, and you.
Sorry, now Ray's like, if I have $1 million, he's gonna do it on the Sega. Sega's gonna become strong once again.
Once I take control, we'll do it one more time.
Yeah, we'll bring it back.
Welcome to the next generation. I guess this is the time of the podcast. We tease what we're gonna do in the coming weeks of our little bi-weekly anime, video game, pop culture podcast. So our next episode will be our fall, winter. Nope. I love it. I correct myself, but then I screwed myself afterwards.
Hold down.
It's the fall season review of our current anime season. With Miles's Something Wonderful Life of Mangaka.
Manga's really wonderful workplace.
Still just Wonka. Frank's Sanda. That's nice.
Just in time for the end of the season.
Just in time for the season, indeed. And my Beyond the Dusk future.
The 90s anime.
I forget. I still can't remember what it's called.
Which now got an English dub now.
It has an English dub, and it's still on High Dive. So Sentai gets my extra dollars this month. Lucky them. So look forward to that full review and spoiler talk coming up the next time on Otaku. And follow right behind that, we're going to most likely have our video game list of the year, basically our top 5 games of 2025.
Or for Ray's case, 3 games of the year.
Yeah, and somehow, despite we beat up Metroid Prime 4 a little bit, it's still going to be in my number one pick of the year is. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a contradiction.
Give it the Final Fantasy.
The Frank Final Fantasy 16 review.
Yeah.
Didn't like this, didn't like that. That was dumb. Should have done this and that. Having said that, second favorite game of the year. Yeah, so look forward to that. The hypocritical episode of the podcast, definitely. Look forward to that. I'm calling it right now for myself.
And even more hypocritical than the anime podcast. The anime
Yeah, and then right behind that, sure enough, will be our favorite anime titles of the year right behind that. So if you're looking to see if you're catching up, you've been swamped with work, which I definitely feel that feeling recently. We're going to have your favorite things to check out this year in case you have been busy. We're going to have you covered coming up in the next few weeks and the next month or so on the podcast. Once again, bi-weekly. And of course, gentlemen, be aware. I'm calling it now. Supposedly, between the start of soon the month and everything in between, we might have a video podcast to show everyone.
Now, or somebody we'll show that. We'll show that.
Oh no!
Wait till they get a load of me.
You can see all this mess up live on screen.
Yes. So yeah, look forward to seeing all the imperfections of our faces. I guess, at least mine.
It'll be like
I'll throw myself under the bus, gentlemen.
What kind of guy from near?
The ass?
No, the guy who like a moon face. Like I forgot.
The creator. Dog. I forget. It's like. I want to say Tanjiro, but that's not right.
No, that's not right.
Totaro? Something like that.
Yeah, but
he has a silly Majora's Mask face on for some reason. All right, you know what else we can do? We can do it here and wrap up this podcast because we've done our assignment. We talk about Metroid, our weeks, even to look forward on this podcast. So make sure you like, subscribe down below. Don't want to miss a beat. Yeah. Good stuff coming your way, and once again, don't miss those HD 4K wrinkles coming your way.
Yeah.
My first console was the Sega Genesis. Just want to say. And I also just want to say thank you to my fellow co-hosts listening to me ramble and put up with my shenanigans this episode. So Franks, that's your name?
Franks, thanks.
Franks, thanks. My thanks to Franks. And your hot dogs are fantastic.
Oh, hot dog sounds good right now.
That does sound good. Maybe we might have a little run. And of course, Miles, brother, thank you for keeping the Umamusume talk to a bare minimum this week.
Oh, we haven't gone there yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Please don't. No. Uma?
That's all the time we have.
That's it. We're wrapping up. Thank you so much to our co-hosts and all their fascinating talk and uninteresting talk. All of them do all the above. And we thank you, of course, our listeners for hanging out this whole time, listening to us do our thing every other week. And we appreciate it so much. And we hope to hear from you guys in the near future. And have a good one. And until then, bye-byes, people.